Oh boy, here we go again.
You remember me?
You remember me?
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, come on, please. What is this?
What?
What is this? What is
The
this?
Last of Us Day is this Friday, September 26th. As part of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered,
Ah!
a definitive way to additions like the roguelike survival mode No Return.
Inspires us to keep making memorable games for you. That's it? Neil Druckmann's tweet will save me, and then... God blessed. Oh, that might be worse than last year. Nah, it definitely is.
Whoa, whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I will be discussing the Last of Us Day 2025. So, another Last of Us Day has come and gone. Thank you to everyone that watched the streams and supported our content during it. In today's video, I'll be discussing everything that you need to know, what was announced, and more. Clearly, as I said, you saw the intro, it was a pretty disappointing Last of Us Day, but there is always a light at that end of that tunnel, that there is something coming on the horizon. As recent Last of Us videos I've made where Neil Druckmann had discussed that more Last of Us is on the way, that the Last of Us is not done at Naughty Dog, and even a more recent comment that he'd made on his Instagram, confirming that, yes, there is a lot more on the way. We know their focus right now is on their new IP, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, which we likely could see at the Game Awards show this December. We didn't end up seeing at the State of Play. We ended up getting something with The Last of Us at the State of Play. We'll talk about that here momentarily. But this is for you guys that were not up to date with The Last of Us Day or know what's up with it. Again, for people that are curious, The Last of Us Day, formerly known as Outbreak Day, is a day commemorated by Naughty Dog each year to celebrate The Last of Us, and it occurs on September 26th, which is when the outbreak reached critical mass in the game's narrative. It's also Joel Miller's birthday. Naughty Dog celebrates the day usually by releasing new content and merchandise, such as free PSN avatars, limited edition posters, merch, and more. And we got a decent amount, but we'll discuss everything you need to know in this, and let me know what you guys think was the most exciting thing that they showed here. Really, let's be honest, there's not much. Alright, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content covering The Last of Us / Naughty Dog. If you go for 1,500 likes in this video, greatly would appreciate it. If you're seeing recent videos, go check them out, link playlist down below. Follow me on social media down below, Twitter, Discord, TikTok, and follow my new Twitch channel, DomTheBomb Live. We're trying to hit 10,000 followers there. Greatly would appreciate it. 30% of people are subscribing to the subscribe button, notification bell, have it set all. Enjoy over the 102,000 people that have all notifications turned on for the channel. Alright, let's get straight into it. So, Naughty Dog tweeted the following. Happy Last of Us Day 2025. Learn how we're celebrating the day with new merch, Last of Us Part 2 arriving on the PlayStation Plus, a look at life inside the studio. Alright, so here's the article, The Last of Us Day, September 26, 2025. Celebrating The Last of Us Day 2025, new partnerships, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered joining PS Plus, and more honoring The Last of Us and its community. So we here at Naughty Dog are honored to celebrate The Last of Us Day 2025, our annual recognition of the franchise that has meant so much to you, our incredible fans, and the teams at Naughty Dog who contributed to the series over the years. It's been a busy year for The Last of Us, and we're grateful for your incredible support of Joel, Ellie, and Abby's journeys. We're excited to commemorate Last of Us Day in some fun new ways. So, this was the last thing announced. This is like their big surprise announcement. So this is Magic the Gathering X The Last of Us. Again, I'm not a card guy, so this is not my cup of tea. For people that are, pay attention. We're thrilled to announce The Last of Us will be featured as part of the Magic the Gathering's Secret Lair collection. Take a first look at some of the cards coming below. Here it is, Secret Lair X PlayStation, The Last of Us, and we've got an example card here was Joel, Resolute Survivor, a future human survivor. Menace, whenever a creature token dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Joel and draw a card. Ability triggers only once each turn. Partner, survivors. You can have 2 commanders if both have this ability. And then there's one with Ellie. Ellie the Vengeful Hunter. Pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature. Ellie deals 2 damage to target player and gains indestructible until the end of the turn. Partner, survivors, same thing. And I believe there's other ones as well. And so we have also some for part 2. We got Abby, the Merciless Soldier. Legendary achievement survivor. When you cast a spell, create a number of 101 black fungus zombie creature tokens named Cordyceps infected equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. And then there's, again, Ellie Vengeful Hunter. But there's also the Ellie Brickmaster from the first game. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, taking player creates a tapped 101 black fungus again. So there's 4 cards. 2 from part 1, 2 from part 2. And there's also a Nathan Drake one, Treasure Hunter. So if you're an Uncharted fan, that is awesome. So this is from Neil Druckmann. We have so many longtime Magic the Gathering fans at Naughty Dog, so it was an awesome experience to work with the Wizards on the Coast team to bring these cards to life. Knowing their team are also big fans of our games created this wonderfully collaborative process as we imagined all the ways these sets could play tribute to both the Last of Us games as well as the entire Uncharted series. Grateful to the Wizards team for working with us on them. We packed these cards full of memorable characters, moments, and Easter eggs from our franchises, and we can't wait for the fans to get their hands on them. So again, if you care about cards, awesome, but obviously not my cup of tea, so. But again, I ain't gonna lie, these are kind of cool cards. Now, obviously they're not available right now for pre-order or any of that, but when they are, I'll maybe post something about it on my Twitter or something. So go follow me down below. Alright, so next, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered on PlayStation Plus. So, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is now available through the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium tiers. PlayStation 5 players can experience the stories of Ellie and Abby alongside extra modes like No Return, Guitar Free Play, and more. We've been overjoyed by the reception to additions like the roguelike survival mode, No Return, which again did not unfortunately get any updates in this, which sucks. Who have already played it and can't wait for more of you to jump in. And for PC players who have yet to play either entry of the series, good news, Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 Remasters will both be on sale. So they actually are on sale this week through October 6th as part of the Steam Autumn Sale. I'll link those sales down below where you guys can go check those out. So there was a remastered No Returnament, which is where Naughty Dog did dozens of dogs compete in their first ever internal No Returnament, putting their skills to the test in the fan favorite No Return mode, and they offered a sneak peek of the studio of the friendly event. Again, nothing really significant out of this. You know, it'd be nice if Naughty Dog actually added a mode like this in the actual No Return or add co-op, but yeah, there was that. A cool little Abby trophy, but yeah, I'll link that on YouTube where you guys can check that out. So then we have new The Last of Us merchandise. So first, there is a first look at Dark Horse's incredible Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 scripts. Now, this is going to be a script collection from the 2 games that you can end up buying. So they have like scripts here, for example. This one is from Part 1. It's actually the original OG script, so you can notice that they cut some stuff out or anything in the main game. And they got Part 2 script with the birthday. And then you got some concept art of Ellie and Riley here, which they'll be using some of them in this, so it's really cool. And then you got the cover, Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 scripts written by Neil Druckmann and Hallie Ross. So again, this website, what it links to is explaining it, that it's a 600 plus page book collecting the award-winning scripts in Last of Us Part 1 and its standalone expansion Left Behind, as well as Part 2 written by Druckmann and screenwriter Hallie Gross, and a foreword written by voice actor Troy Baker. This ornately designed hardcover volume will be available in December 2025 and is a must-have for any fan's bookshelf. And also, just want to make this clear as well, that this is going to be available in December 16th, 2017, and it'll be $70, which you can pre-order as well. I'll link this down below where you guys can check this out. So along with that, there is a new statue from our partners at Dark Horse, offering up a close look at the imposing bloater. Here's a cool image of it. But this is going to be over $220 and likely is not coming out until May to July of next year. So if you want to get this, you can. There's some other images of it where you guys can check it out. They're pretty cool. Actually, I really do like this. I'm concerned to get. We'll have to see. I've spent a lot of money recently, so I'm kind of like, you know. Then we've got our friends at Youtooz have released these new Last of Us Monitor Buddies, so Ellie and Joel can keep watch while you work or play. Youtooz also released 3 new plush figures, Joel, Ellie, and Shimmer the Horse, and you can see them right here. So these are going to be about $30 a piece. We got the Joel plush, the Ellie plush, the Shimmer plush, and the Monitor Buddies. Want to get those? I'll link those down in the description as well. Then we've got Fangamer brought back the fan favorite Brock the Brick plushie and introduced Lev's iconic shark plushie from The Last of Us Part 2. So here is Brock the Brick. and Lev Shark plushie. We don't have a date on those, but those are just listed as coming soon. I'll link those as well down below. And then we got some Last of Us wallpapers. You may have seen our graphic designer, Jason Ferry's amazing work across our website, merchandise, and partnership collaborations. He's even grown mold at home to use in his designs. Don't worry, he hasn't turned to a runner just yet. Here's Jason to explain what he's been up to. I've grown so much slime mold over the past year, people have started calling me Mold Man. To celebrate the Last of Us Day, we've used the mold imagery from the slime mold I cultivated to create 6 wallpapers for mobile and desktop. You can download them here and carry my mold on the go like a pro. And again, I'll link that as well. But these are kind of some examples of the wallpapers. So I know wallpapers, but hey, if you want to have some wallpapers, there's at least 3 of them here. So check them out. Now we've also introduced new anime avatars and avatar frames for the Steam Point Shop. They're designed in pairs, creating complex scenes when used together. So the avatars and frames, we'll go through them really quick. There's 3 avatars and 3 frames. We got the Ellie guitar avatar, the Ellie astronaut avatar, and the Abby Rain avatar. If I wanted to, I could get these. And then we got the avatar frames, which is Abby Rain frame, Ellie guitar frame, and Ellie astronaut frame. So you could use them in combination to make some pretty cool stuff. But again, if you're not on Steam, this means nothing to you. I don't know why we don't have PlayStation avatars, Naughty Dog, but hey. And with Halloween around the corner, celebrate the holiday with Last of Us with a set of 9 Last of Us jack-o'-lantern stencils. And if you submit by the 24th for a chance to be featured on their social channels. So there's 9. We've got Ellie's switchblade, her tattoo, WLF sign, Last of Us logo, Firefly logo, WLF logo, Fairfight logo, looks like a bloater, and then we got Fedra. So those 9, and they finish off by saying, thank you for celebrating another Last of Us Day with us. It's a privilege to see your love for the series through the beautiful art, inspired cosplay, and amazing photo mode shots, all of which inspires us to keep making memorable games for you. Now, as I said, unfortunately, this was it for the article. The article was very much a dud unless you're very much into merch and stuff like that. So, yes, I was very disappointed. But if we go back to the beginnings of this stuff, we can go and do, well, what else is there? Did anything else pop up? Did Neil say anything? Well, yes, Neil actually did. So, Neil had posted the following on his Instagram. Love how the script book turned out. Lots of fond memories while flipping through the pages. Again, this is when I talk about the script book page from earlier. He said, Happy Last of Us Day. And here's the main important part of the statement. Can't wait to give y'all more Last of Us updates when the time is right, with a heart emoji. Guys, as I've told you, Neil has been very much hinting that more Last of Us is on the way, and this time he's definitely saying, when the time is right, meaning, in my opinion, when will the time be right? After Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet releases either next year or in 27. Part 3 is coming, y'all. Or spin-offs, whatever. A lot of stuff on the way, and I definitely want to tell y'all to please stay patient, and the wait will not be much, much longer. We are getting towards the ending phases, hopefully in the next year or so. So I'm very excited. Shout out to Neil for at least saying something and making it's not a complete, total dud of a Last of Us Day. In essence, Neil teasing a Last of Us related announcement in the near future just gets me very, very excited. You know, let me know what you guys thought of the rest of this stuff. Again, overall, disappointing Last of Us Day, but a lot to look forward to in the future, y'all. So please keep your eyes open and get excited. So I just want to thank y'all for all your support, and hope you had a fantastic Last of Us Day in the end of September. And happy October! Halloween, we got a lot of good stuff coming on. You know, we're approaching that Game Awards where we could see Intergalactic, so stay tuned. And if you guys did enjoy this, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content covering The Last of Us / Naughty Dog. I want to thank y'all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love, and have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.